Hello, nutraMetrix. How are you? So sorry about some technical difficulties that we were having with our live broadcast, but hopefully in a minute I will be able to bring on our featured speaker for this month's edition of our national interview series. If you guys haven't met me from previous series, my name is Sarah Tugender, National Sales Manager for nutraMetrix, and I'm really excited about today's topic because I think that it is very for you, action-oriented. It is going to be exciting and dynamic because my speaker is exciting and dynamic. So I'm probably sideways for everyone. Oh no.
Am I sideways? Can you see me?
No, but I've probably been sideways, right?
You can't see me? Can you see me?
No, I can. You're fine.
Okay.
I can see you.
Hi.
I'll hold it up.
Sorry about
So
that.
this is Amanda Rigby, nutraMetrix.
Hi, guys.
And Amanda Rigby, this is our nutraMetrix audience. So thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'm
Sorry
excited.
about our technical difficulties, guys, but it's all
I know.
good.
Woo.
It's all good.
We're good. We're here. We're ready.
So I'm just hoping. Yeah. I don't know if I can't see any comments. Oh, am I still sideways, Maureen? And Nate,
You're
maybe
good on
they'll
my
let me know
end.
if
I
I'm
can see you.
sideways.
I can
Guest
see you.
is
And
okay.
I can see
No, I'm sideways, they're telling me. All right, let's try this. Am I still sideways? And is my guest sideways? Let's see if they'll answer me now, because I did start this way. Okay, now. Perfect. All right, not
so
sideways.
Funny.
Very
You're sideways
crazy
to me, but it's okay.
All right, awesome. This is fine. So
We're good.
go back. Oh no, now you're sideways. Jeez. Now they're telling me I'm sideways.
Hold on, I'm gonna see if this lights.
That's so funny.
Okay. Crazy light.
I think we got it. This is
I
like
think we're
legitimately live. I mean, that's the nice part.
This is real life. Real life.
Shane's telling us we're sideways, but I don't know if I'm sideways or not sideways.
Oh my god.
Because I don't know.
I'm so confused.
Fine now. They're saying fine now. Good.
Fine
don't
now.
move. Okay, Shane, we're not moving. Awesome. All right. I am sideways or not sideways National Sales Manager Sarah Tugender, but I want to talk about you, Amanda Rigby, Registered Dietitian. And Amanda, we're going to talk a little bit about what this means because you call yourself a functional medicine registered dietitian, but I like that you take a individualized approach with your clients and that you're really helping them find the root cause of what they're doing. And you talk about it as a partnership. So
yeah.
Let's just start with what does that mean? Because I know you have a podcast as well. It's a functional life. Yeah. What's functional medicine? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, well, you kind of said it right there. Functional medicine is just a pretty word for getting to the root of what's going on with somebody. So conventional medicine, obviously we know needs a little bit of work. Everyone's not getting enough time. We're not digging deep enough. Functional medicine kind of works to go beyond the symptom and look to what's really causing it. And I really find that food is so powerful in that sense. So I get to marry my dietetic degree with this whole food kind of healing us from the inside out and digging to the root cause of everything. But I really do believe that it is a partnership that you have to go on a journey together to kind of achieve those results because people just don't know, how to feel better. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, a lot of us know us with nutraMetrix from the supplement line that we carry, maybe some of our weight management or even our nutrigenomics. But, what I really appreciate about what we do in our blog is that we understand that we do have to talk about food first, and that you can't out-supplement poor nutrition. And so what would be some baseline nutrition principles that you would go by?
Yeah, so I was thinking about this and I always go back to my commonplace and Hippocrates actually said it best. He says that all disease starts in the gut. So I figure that is the best place to not only share with our audience today, but that's where I start with all of my patients and clients in general, because as I'm pulling back all of these symptoms, complaints, just everything that I hear from people, I'm finding that the place everything is starting is in the gut. So whatever, 3,000 million years ago, Hippocrates kind of knew what he was talking about. So in that sense, I would say baseline nutrition is kind of picturing our gut as like this garden, and in it are these little bugs. The bugs control how we feel, how our metabolism is, and just our overall health. The foods that we eat, if we picture this little analogy, feed these bugs. So whether it's good or bad, not the best choices or vice versa, we're going to grow like colonies of these types of bugs in our gut garden. So we, in a sense, like have so much control over our health and our emotions, even if we choose to feed our little gut bugs properly. So I would start there because quick nerdy facts about the gut. There's like 10 times more cells in our gut than our whole body, which is crazy. So that's where I would start with anybody, because that's going to kind of set the tone for like our metabolism, our risk of diseases, or our predisposition to certain types of things. Our immune system is housed like 80% in our gut. So just overall feeling better. We'll start with keeping our gut healthy and just kind of going there first. And also like 90% of our neurotransmitters. So flashback to like 7th grade science class. Those are our hormones that are responsible for like our moods. So 90% of our neurotransmitters, like what makes us feel good, what makes us feel sad or happy, excited, are coming from our gut. So if we now know that we can feed it all the good stuff, we can control a lot of how we physically feel and emotionally feel. So I start there because I think that's really powerful. I have a
That makes so much sense to me as a mom, because
right.
I know when my 4-year-old has had bad snacks at school,
Yeah.
and she comes home and she has like a total meltdown. That makes so much sense to me.
So crazy. Yeah. There's such new science coming out about like autism and just kind of reversing diagnoses that people are kind of stamped with, and like, here you go, enjoy your life type of thing, that we can actually start to reverse the symptoms or even how they manifest if we kind of attack that area first. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. So what are some baseline supplements? I mean, are we talking about gut, or is it just?
Definitely. First, of course, I mean, food first, and those are going to be like our biggest obstacles and friends in this sense. So I would start, when I try to like focus on the gut and heal from the inside out, focusing on getting rid of stuff, first of all, that's working against us. So processed foods, added sugars, and the allergens. So things like soy, like wheat, gluten, corn, dairy, eggs sometimes. And I wouldn't recommend everyone just like wipe themselves clear of these things, but you can kind of play with yourself before going into like any further deep testing. But you can trial each one in and out of your life for maybe 3 or 4 weeks, see how you feel on and off all of those type of things. And then you kind of get a good idea of maybe what's not, your gut's not loving, or how you perform better without them. So first I start by taking away some things that might be working against us. Then I will put back in the things that are going to like restore and replenish our gut lining and just the overall health of our little bugs down there. So that would be with a supplement like a digestive enzyme, because that's going to help the foods that we eat like be better absorbed. Other things like amino acids or collagen, which we can find a lot in our food sources. So like omega-3s, lots of color. So lots of fruits and veggies that are colorful, fiber, bone broth, avocados, what else? Grass-fed meats are going to have a lot of those amino acids in them. And that, like I said, just creates like that nice little barrier around the gut to keep it, nothing coming in, nothing going out that we don't want. So we'll take stuff out, add the good stuff back in. And then the topical thing would be a probiotic, whether it's in a supplement form or food form. So our foods would be like fiber foods, so our fruits and veggies with the skin on, fermented foods, as well as then I do add a probiotic supplement with multi-strains, lots of cultures. I really like the NutriClean probiotic because of its 10 different strains. So you want them to be able to attack like all the different types of bugs and all the colonies. And there's 10 billion active probiotics in that one. I like that. So I like that as a supplement on top of the probiotic foods. So that's where I would go. That's my big spiel on
I like that
where I would start
with stable.
With the gut. Yeah. Of course, just like general health. I mean, the most cost-effective thing you can do is get a better quality of sleep, because all of this is just kind of useless if we are not getting that real like solid sleep recovery period. So I mean, I wear earplugs, blackout curtains, like no phones, just really try to make sure those goal 8 hours are just like solid. And then move a little bit, exercise, and lots of water. So I start there, the gut, and then all those other free, cost-effective things. Sleep, move, water.
I don't know. I have a 10-month-old. Sleep is not cost-effective. I would pay for sleep at this point. So
True. Hey, that's why we give and take, right? Pay for what we want.
Well, you did prescribe me a nap today, and I did take it. So
Good.
I appreciated that. But tell me, I mean, you're a young dietitian starting out,
right?
And I've watched you now for years, because you have helped and coached hundreds of people, affected a lot of people. We live very close to one another. I'm in Boston. You're down in Rhode Island. And
not
so
close enough,
we've been friends for a long time. Not close enough, but I will see you in person next week. But, I know that throughout this, you reach a lot of people. You talk to a lot of people. Being young, I mean, you had the ability to choose really any line of supplementation to bring to your practice. And you did choose nutraMetrix. Right. So just a little bit why, for you as a registered dietitian, why did you choose nutraMetrix?
Yeah. So I remember I was in dietetic school for what seems like my whole life over the past like 7 years, during which I had found nutraMetrix. And it made sense to me because it was it bridged the gap that I was seeing in the hospital setting, between the practitioner and the patient. The patient has no idea what's going on. The practitioner doesn't have all of the education on nutrition, supplementation, things that are like not new science, but like things don't get published for at least 17 years. So what they've learned back in their schooling is so different than what's even true now. So we're practicing in the healthcare setting right now, like age-old things that aren't working for people. So people are still they're getting sicker. So here I am, passionate about people getting healthy in a job that I'm not helping them get healthy. So when I came across nutraMetrix, I'm watching the practitioners get educated on the things that are real-time science and supplementation, and when we need to add this, take this, talking about things like the gut and the importance of probiotics and omega-3s and stuff that I was kind of like, not necessarily like not allowed to talk about, or we didn't really even learn. Like I had to learn so much through my training with nutraMetrix, which I mean, that was a no-brainer for me to be able to kind of go to school on top of going to school in things that I felt were more relevant. So nutraMetrix makes sense for my practice because it bridges that gap between the education that both of us are kind of learning together when we're not only learning about each other, but just keeping up to date with everything. You know what I mean? nutraMetrix is on the cutting edge of everything that's coming out. I really can like put myself behind the supplement line because I know the manufacturers, the quality of everything. So it just makes sense to me. I would be recommending these things anyway. So at least now I know that, the science is there. I also like that we can do the genetic testing. Like that's huge, to be able to look at so many different SNPs of people's genetics because that's exactly what I'm doing in functional medicine is pulling back all those layers. So nutraMetrix provides this platform that we can cheek swab somebody and lay out an entire book of what's going on inside of them. And I'm like, this is exactly what I'm doing. I was doing all of and I know all the other practitioners are doing all of this back end work, and then here it is like laid out for us. So it just makes sense to build in anybody's practice, honestly.
Yeah. And it seems like, up and down the East Coast, I've seen you at so many different trainings, learning, and there are a lot of opportunities, and even more so now online for us to learn and connect, and that you have at your fingertips so many other types of practitioners that you can consult with. So whether it's a pediatrician, if it's a younger patient, or a dermatologist if it's a skin issue, or an ophthalmologist.
And that's another thing that I like about, that's the thing I like about nutraMetrix and functional medicine together, is that we appreciate all of these other collaborative efforts as part of someone's like wellness circle, I call it. I'm not the know-it-all of the entire person. I need to partner with other practitioners who kind of speak the same language, understand what's going on, who aren't using those old textbooks to kind of preach from anymore, who are like passionate about staying up to date. And then we kind of like join forces and then can help heal somebody from all different, areas. And I think nutraMetrix like allows that sort of collaboration, as well as that's why I like functional medicine, because we appreciate everyone's different, schooling and practice.
Awesome. All right, I got to ask you my desert island question. So this is, you're on a desert island and you can only bring one supplement with you. What are you taking with you and why?
All right. I don't need vitamin D because it's sunny. Otherwise, that's like on my list for anybody. I don't need Axe because I am alone and it's quiet. So I don't need my adrenal support formula. So I think I'm bringing, to keep the theme rolling, I'm probably going to bring digestive enzymes, because whatever I do find out there, I'll absorb it all. And if it's not good for me, it'll just keep going. It will get out. So, but gotta keep the belly. It's all about the belly. So digestive enzymes are coming.
I'd love to see you on one of those crazy shows where, you have to like stay alive. I feel like you would totally rock it. You would like find Kim in the jungle.
I would die.
So a lot of my friends, myself included, made some fitness goals at the beginning of the year. January. We're looking right now. It's February 21st, and we have a lot of even friends watching right now. Our friend Nate and Shane, and I'm sure Orlando's on, and all of our fitness friends who keep us going. And so athletes have increased needs, and I want to talk to you about this because I know that you practice what you preach. You move all the time, and you move at a really high level. And so there are some people though that they made a commitment January 1st, and now they're feeling like either they're plateauing, or they don't have the energy, or they're even getting hurt. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of my friends that are, I'm getting hurt, and that maybe it is that nutrition. So tell me a little bit about, for someone who is a weekend warrior or playing at a really high athletic level, like what's some things to bridge the gap for them?
Sure. So athletes, like you said, are going to have obviously increased needs. My first thought goes to protein needs for muscle repair and building. I think about B vitamins for energy, just like a long lasting energy. And I think it's about like half of the population can't break down or convert B vitamins. So I like B vitamins in the activated form, just so that they're already ready to go. You feel it. So I usually I take activated B complex in the isotonic form before my workout. And then I'm thinking about like antioxidants, because as great as working out is, and I will never not, you do create free radicals when you work out. So it's kind of like this double-edged sword. If you, like you were saying, everyone's getting hurt sometimes, and you're hearing this and you're like, how? Like, you're exercising. and you don't want them to think it's detrimental. But it is kind of this two-way thing that you break down and then you rebuild. And you also kind of have to fight against those free radicals that you are building. So antioxidants will do that job for you. So I like the Peak Performance Blend for athletes as a supplement. It's by the Isotonic line. So I usually like to keep most of anything that I can ingest in supplement or vitamin form in the isotonic form, because it is the most bioavailable and it bypasses our bellies. So it goes right to the small intestine, right to work. So I don't like pills. I can't swallow anything. So I do try to have everything in that form. But I like for athletes the Peak Performance Blend because it has the amino acids, it has the Bs, and it has the antioxidants. So it's like you could take a shot of that and be on your way. So that's good for athletes. I like that. For the average person who's not trying to be a CrossFitter, just trying to move a little bit, but has felt like their New Year's resolution has failed them, or they're not where they thought they would be 2 months into their goals. Obviously, I would first be honest with ourselves and assess what we're eating. Of course, we can't outwork a bad diet. So just assess, making sure not only that we're eating the right things, but that we're eating enough. A lot of people think restriction is how we get toned and look tinier, but you actually have to eat a real lot to kind of maintain this muscle, and just like I said, to replenish after the workout. So I would think about how our quality of nutrition is, if we're getting enough, and then I do like this new product that I've been trying, and I've been quiet about it because I was not very excited about the thought of it. But I am 7 weeks into trying it. This is the TLS Trim Tea. And I have to tell you, being a dietitian, this was no, I couldn't drink a tea and get these results. Everything that I've ever learned, it did not make sense until I looked at the clinical trials, obviously. So it's a big deal that we had such a study done on the ingredients in this tea that I've been drinking every day. Just the levels, the weight loss and the body composition obviously speaks its own volumes, but more importantly for me is the labs. So to get people's lipids and triglycerides better, their blood sugar, just from this one ingredient in a tea bag. So blowing my mind. But I think if someone were to add that right now, the person who is frustrated with their progress or lack thereof, I have seen in myself and people that I've trialed with it on the low, because I'm let's see if this is real. I have my I don't even know what does my boyfriend do? He's a professional weightlifter. So he's on it. So I'm okay, you try it. Because you know what I mean? What is he doesn't have much to lose, but it's let's see the labs. So I've kind of had my own little clinical trial going, but I am very impressed with the ingredients in it. So I think if someone who feels like they are at a plateau or at a standstill added that, I think they would get that over that hump that they're looking for. That's it.
Yeah, and you're not alone. We have had a hard time keeping it in stock. So
it's so crazy.
You're watching this and you're one of the lucky ones to have some. It's been a really exciting product. I think we are going to be able to keep it in stock for everyone, because practitioners, everyone did what you did, and on the fly, we're well, I'll try it for myself. But
we were definitely quiet about it. Yeah, no, we were quiet because I was no way, no way. So funny.
Yeah. That's encouraging, though. Just to talk about that, and these are simple regimens, and I really like, Amanda. I appreciate how simple you keep it, because even though we have with nutraMetrix so many different products, it is about just starting small, and not every product is always going to be right all the time for you. And working with your practitioner with a nutraMetrix practitioner like yourself, I think is really important. So we are a little bit coming up to our half-hour mark with this. I like to keep these, you know, bright and brief and fun, and then get it done. And so is there anything else you want to add for our viewers?
What else? I think, I mean, I don't know. I would definitely, I mean, check in with yourself. That's why I kind of just leave like my clients and patients with daily. You know, are things moving right? How are we feeling? And I don't think that we know how good we can feel unless we kind of make some of these changes when we're ready to do so. So I usually just ask them, like, what are you willing to do to get the results that you've never had? And let people just sit with that.
Awesome. And if people have liked this, they'll love your podcast. It's a functional life. It's very, very fun. I like that I can see the podcasting equipment behind you. So I have followed you. It's been fun. Yep. And so thank you so much. And I hope everyone shares this broadcast. And Amanda, I'm going to work on getting my 8 hours of sleep right now. So
get it, girl.
It has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much. Sarah Tugender, live with Amanda Rigby. Have an awesome night, guys.
Bye,
Thanks, Amanda.
Guys.